On April 5th, 2005, Carmelo García Ramos told his family he was leaving for a camping trip with two friends. That was the last time they would ever see or hear from him. His camping buddies were suspiciously quiet about his disappearance, a tragedy that has left his family with no answers. What happened to Carmelo García Ramos? Fearbox Files investigates Mysteries Unsolved. On the morning of April 5th, 2005, a young man named Carmelo García Ramos set out for what was supposed to be a simple camping trip with two of his longtime friends. They planned to hike to a secluded beach on the island of Gran Canaria in Spain, camp under the stars, swim in the ocean, and maybe catch some fish. But this trip would end in a mystery that still haunts his family and baffles investigators to this day. Carmelo told his parents he'd only be gone for a few days. As always, he packed his trusty backpack, the same one he took every time he went camping. His parents thought nothing of it. They had no idea that this would be the last time they'd ever see their son. 33 years old at the time of his disappearance, Carmelo had faced a tough life. For many years, he battled a heroin addiction, as did the two friends he was traveling with. By 2005, he was living at his parents' home in Spain, determined to overcome his addiction and get his life back on track. But his struggle with addiction was intense, and despite his efforts, he relapsed multiple times. Weeks passed by, and Carmelo's parents hadn't heard anything from him since he left on the morning of April 5th. They thought maybe Carmelo and his friends had decided to extend their stay at the beach. But after his parents' repeated attempts to get in touch with Carmelo failed, they were finally able to reach the two friends he had been traveling with. That's when they learned that his friends had returned weeks earlier on April 9th, just 4 days after Carmelo had left his parents' house. When asked about his whereabouts, his friends claimed that he had simply disappeared, leaving his family with even more disturbing questions. When his worried parents asked for further elaboration from the two friends, they gave a chilling account. According to them, Carmelo had wandered off to catch more fish near a small rocky cove and was never seen again. No screams, no signs of distress, just gone. But why didn't these so-called friends report Carmelo missing? Why didn't they contact his family sooner? Their evasiveness raised red flags, and Carmelo's parents immediately went to the police. A massive search operation was launched, covering the surrounding cliffs, coves, and ocean. Search and rescue teams scoured the area, using boats, helicopters, and even scuba divers to comb the waters. But there was no trace of Carmelo, not a single clue. The spot where they camped, completely undisturbed. Days later, something strange happened. Carmelo's backpack, the very one he took on the trip, was found on the rooftop of his parents' house. Yet, his house keys and wallet were found at the beach where he and his friends supposedly camped. How did his belongings end up in two places at once? Police questioned Carmelo's friends, but no charges were ever filed. To this day, no one seems to know what really happened. The case went cold in 2008, with the most accepted theory being that Carmelo suffered a fatal accident, possibly drowning or falling from the cliffs. But his remains have yet to be found. Carmelo's family has never given up. They believe foul play was involved and suspect his friends were hiding something. Their fears were fueled when Carmelo's sister received an anonymous phone call, claiming her brother had been murdered by those very friends. In a bizarre twist, one of those friends died in 2013 during a landslide near the very beach where Carmelo went missing. Coincidence? Or could it be something more? The mystery of Carmelo García Ramos's disappearance remains unsolved. Was it a tragic accident or something more sinister? As the years go by, the truth slips further away, leaving only questions and a family desperate for answers. If you have any information regarding the disappearance of Carmelo García Ramos, please contact the authorities in Gran Canaria. Even the smallest detail could help bring closure to this enduring mystery. And with your assistance, the disappearance of Carmelo García Ramos could no longer be counted among one of many mysteries unsolved. We'll keep you updated with the latest developments here on Fearbox Files.